Hi all, I'm Preethi Thevar Durairaj from University of Bolton. I'm presenting it, and I'm delighted to welcome all you all to the presentation. Before I start, I just want to thank my supervisor, Dr. Palto sir, and also the program organizers who have gave this wonderful opportunity to present my research study at 13th International Conference on Business and Economic Development 2024 at Maida Aves College of the City University of New York. And yeah, thanks for that. And I'll start with my presentation. And the outline of the presentation is this, and I'll go with the topic and the background. And the background of this research topic, the main focus on employee performance. Uh, I'm sorry for Okay, my paper title is on impact of training on employee performance in the post-COVID hybrid work environment. And it is a comparative analysis of SI-UK and a Cognizant organization, two different organizations. And the background of the research topic, the main focus on employee performance and the training becomes essential as organizations throughout the world are required to reassess and reconfigure the work structures, particularly in the context of the hybrid work environment. And the study heavily considers the socio-economic challenges and emerging hybrid work issues during the pandemic, emphasizes the importance of maintaining and enhancing employee performance. And the study contract provides a comprehensive framework for examining the impact of training on employee performance in the context of evolving work arrangements in the post-COVID pandemic, with a specific focus on two organizations, that is SI-UK and Cognizant, to draw meaningful comparison and drive actionable insights. By examining the efforts of training in hybrid work environment, it aims to contribute findings that can strengthen both theoretical framework and practical approaches in navigating challenges in modern workplace. And these are the comparative elements I've chosen for my research study. That is, one is SI-UK Educational Council, and SI-UK or the study in UK is a global education consultancy firm that help international students gain admission to universities in the United Kingdom. And they also provide a service such as application assistance, visa guidance, and the support with accommodation arrangements. And the SI-UK has over 90 global offices and offers personalized support to students throughout the application process. And then comes with the Cognizant. Cognizant is a multinational organized technological company that provides IT service, including a consulting, digital technology, and operation services. And it is headquarters in United States. And the Cognizant operates globally and serves clients in the various industries, including financial services, healthcare, manufacturing, and retail also. And the company offers a range of services from digital transformation and software development to business process outsourcing and IT infrastructure services. And the aim of the study will be focused on evaluating the effectiveness of the training on employee performance in the hybrid post-COVID work environment. And the objective it rely on to realize the impact of training on employees' performance in hybrid workplace, and then goes to that determine the challenges that an organization faces in the training the employee performance in the hybrid work environment in the post-COVID, and also to determine the attributes associated with the employee's performance. And finally, it relied to examine the training strategies on employees' performance on hybrid work nature in the post-COVID era. And these are the research questions. majorly emphasizes on how in training impacts the employee performance in hybrid work environment, then goes with what are the factors influence the efficient effectiveness of training in hybrid workforce of post-COVID era, and it analyzed the operational challenges in training the employee performance in hybrid work environment in the post-COVID, and these are the effective and innovative strategies on training employee performance and well-being in hybrid work environment. And it also consider the hybrid work model trainings in the employee's performance. And the research rationally tells that the reason I am conducting this research is that effective support of employees through targeting the training interventions in the hybrid work model context amid the current trend of companies worldwide trying to resolve the issue of operational effectiveness and employees' welfare. Training has been more important than ever in ensure a reliant, responsive, and also productive workforce. And the fact SI-UK and Cognizant are the main object of this research allows one to discover not only a specific sector aspects of hybrid training implementation, but also the approaches and the principles that can be applied not only in these two companies, but in many companies or organizations as well. And the research methodology, what I've used for this study is goes with the quantitative research that the surveys were held to take up a statistical numbers, employees' viewpoints, high performance, and the work-life balance in hybrid work environment with SI-UK and Cognizant organizations. And the qualitative research goes with the data for the study was gathered through semi-structured interviews with line personnel who worked in both organizations to gain deeper insight into the training strategies and their associated performance gains. And the surveys, they were on an online survey emailed to SI-UK as well as the Cognizant employees to get more data. And the survey include the Likert scale questions and open-end questions to measure the impact of training on variety of factors of employee performance and well-being. And these are the conceptual framework of my study, of the research study, goes on with start with the conceptual factors is with organizational culture, post-COVID hybrid work environment, and technological infrastructure. And the dependent variables are employee performance, and the independent variables are training program. And the comparative elements, as I already informed, I've chosen the cognizant training program and the SI-UK training program. And the median variables are adaptability to work, hybrid work, and the employees' engagement and the knowledge transfer. And the assumptions are made to understand the assumed technology infrastructure influence the effectiveness of training programs, and also to assume a positive organizational culture enhance the impact of training on performance. And the hypothesis relationship between the mediating role of employee engagement, adaptability to the hybrid work, and the knowledge transfer, and the positive relationship between the training program and also with the employee performance. And the expected outcome overall in my research was the key factors influencing the impact of training on employee performance and the insights into the comparative effectiveness of training programs in SI-UK and also with Cognizant, and the recommendations for enhancing the training initiatives in the post-COVID hybrid work environment. And the methods I've already discussed, it is like a quantitative analysis and also with the comparative and qualitative analysis and also with the comparative analysis between the SI-UK and Cognizant throughout the mixed method approach. And go a little deeper about what the research explains is the post-COVID hybrid work environment. The post-COVID a work environment refers to the work setup that combines remote work with in-person work, offer employees flexibility, autonomy in choosing where they and how they work. This model has gained popularity as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, which forced many organizations to adopt remote work policies. In the hybrid work environment, employees typically have an option to work from home a part of their time and come into the office for specific meeting, collaboration sessions, and or tasks that require in-person interaction. This setup allows for balance between the benefits of remote work, such as increased flexibility, reduced commuting time, and the advantages of in-person collaboration, such as spontaneous ideas generation and team bonding. And to effectively implement a hybrid work environment, organizations need to invest in technology infrastructure to support remote collaboration, establish clear communication protocols, and refine performance metrics to focus on outcomes rather than hours worked. Additionally, managers may need to adopt their leadership styles to effectively manage remote teams and foster the culture of trust and accountability. And overall, the post COVID hybrid work environment offers a flexible and adaptable approach to work that can improve employee satisfaction, productivity, and also work life balance while also enabling organization to maintain operational efficiency and agility. And then goes to understand what are the challenges they face in the hybrid work environment. And it goes with the maintaining an effective communication can be challenging when the team members are physically separated. And the collaboration, that is a tool and process, need to be in place to facilitate seamless collaboration among remote and on site work. And the cohesion, that is, the remote workers may feel isolated and disconnected from their colleagues, which can impact morally and productivity. And ensure that remote workers have access to the necessary technology and infrastructure to perform their jobs effectively is little crucial. And cybersecurity, many companies need to implement remote security measures to protect sensitive data and ensure that remote workers are following best practice for the data security. And the work life balance, remote work can blur the boundaries between the work and the personal life, leading to burnout and decreased productivity. And then the challenges are managing challenges. Managing a hybrid team requires different skills and strategies than managing a team that is all in the same location. And then goes with the equity and inclusion. There is a risk that remote workers may feel excluded or overlooked in the hybrid work environment, obviously. And the logistical challenges, what they face is managing a logistical such as scheduling meeting across different time zones, coordinating office space, utilization and ensuring equitability access to resources and required careful planning and the coordination in the hybrid work environment. These are the challenges are highly faced by the companies and also goes with the legal and compliance issues like organization need to ensure that their policies and practice complies with relevant legal requirements. Then goes with importance of training in the post-COVID hybrid work environment, and it explains why this training is required for this hybrid work sector. And it says that adjusting to the dynamic of remote work, it is very important. So training is it's basically look for adjusting the employees into the new work sector from the traditional office sector and keeping technically skilled. So we have the company has to ensure that all are technically sound with the software, or what are the process software or linking protocol they are using in the process, and keeping the team together. This is the biggest challenge and also very important in the training process, that putting everyone or getting aware that all are received the same kind of training, and everyone are aware of whatever the training they receive, they understand, and they come up with the come up or implement in their natural process of working style. And then goes with the cybersecurity awareness. Yes, of course. When the risk of the process is increasing with more digitally or technically, of course, the cybersecurity or the security of the data can be questioned a lot. So that has to be made an awareness within the employees, how to use properly and how to maintain their confidentiality. And then goes with the flexibility and reliances. They have to be work life balance to be understand, and the development of leadership, the leadership skills is required in different styles. Different style of leadership is required while managing both the sectors of work setting, like in the remote also, and also with the of the office sector also. So the manager or the leadership who have taken part as a leader, they have to be proactive and also understand and what situation they have to work differently, and they have to implement different style of leadership. And the mental health and the well-being of employees, very important before they put them in every and each training program, to ensure they are adopted to the new work sector called hybrid work environment. And the importance of employee performance, that be a biggest question, why the employee performance is important for each and every organization to success. The success of the organization is completely rely on the employee performance, and to maintain the culture of the organization is the second thing which comes and strike to the employee performance. And the third one goes with the work product quality. So the work should need to be done in a quality manner that is depends basically on the employee's performance. And the employee engagement is very important, and also the team cooperation also goes with this employee performance. And the employee need to be reliant, and he is given so much support that his innovation also and improves the employee's performance, and the retention and morale of the employee performance has to be maintained. Then comes the impact of training on employees' performance. So based on the research what we have done on the SI-UK and Cognizant, these are the impact of training the employee performance has made, and a small sample of this has been discussed. Look at. That is, the training plays a crucial role in enhancing employees' performance, organizational effectiveness, and the competitive advantages. Organizations that prioritize the employees' development through training initiatives tend to reap numerous benefits in long-term run. It basically concentrate on skill enhancement, increased productivity, high quality work, employees' engagement and satisfaction, adaptability and innovation, reduction in error and accidents, and also a cost saving.
Okay, 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes to finish. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And the hybrid work model, it have specific training and strategies are being used by SI-UK and Cognizant after the research study are done through them. That is based on the educational or approach. It is more conceptual than operational, and it also focused on the problem centered approach. It appears to address the actual work related issues in outcomes fast, and it is widely accepted as a problem solving methodology. And the next approach is known as action learning, and the action learning, which is frequently applied when tackling challenging and challenges in the collaboration in environment. Also, it includes coaches which support the learning process and encourage the team members to consider each solution. And then goes with the system approach. And it sees an organization as a network whole in which the operations and training initiatives and their interrelationships are all component of the system as a whole. And then they have adopted and used the analytical approach is as through examination of ability, knowledge, and attitude necessary for each professionals might come after a need and requirement of analysis of the training course, and then goes with the process approach, and also they adopted a strategic approach. This is for the HRD programs, and corporate strategy must be linked, be linked. An organizational strategy might receive more focus or in order to create an innovative and competitive training program. And then last, they've adopted a capital approach. This is mainly focused on the total learned abilities and the knowledge and the life experience by the new ideas of the economical growth. Then this is the results and finding analysis what I have done, and it says the first thing they say is this bar or the chart illustrate the distribution of respondents participants on how training has impacted the job performance, and it shows a majority of reporting improvements, with a significant portion noting significant improvements, while a smaller amount observed no changes or decline in a performance. And then the next bar is to display a range of perception among respondents regarding how they shift to be hybrid works environment in the post-COVID has affected their training needs and priorities. And it highlights the diversity in viewpoints with notable numerous responsibilities experiencing significance, and while other perceives a little and to be not impact. And the training received in the past 12 months, yes, more majority of them have said that most of these two companies have received equally a good amount of training programs continuously. And the challenges in applying training in hybrid work environment, yes, they do face a lot of challenges in applying the training or implementing the training programs that has been clearly mentioned. Uh, we can understand through the chart. And the recommendation based on the research study, it goes with the they recommended to go with the customized training for hybrid program, hybrid work model, and the interactive and engaging training methods, and the mental health and well-being support from the company is required, and it should be a continuous learning culture. That is what most of the employees and others also requires the same way. And the feedback mechanism has to be encouraged, and the leadership training has to be specifically given for all managers and the HR professionals. And also equal access to training need to be given for all level of employees. And the different policy has to be developed for the employees to be fixed with the hybrid work nature. And these are the implementation from the study. That is, it emphasis on longitudinal studies and goes with the sector specific research. It also goes with the global comparative studies, and it also emphasizes on innovative and training technologies and the employee well-being and work-life balance. And it impacts the leadership training, and it also majorly worked on cost benefit analysis of training program. And I conclude my study with this, that is the comparative analysis between the SI-UK and Cognizant shed light on significant impact of training on employees' performance in the post-COVID hybrid work environment. Both organizations showcased improvement in employees' performance, allowed tailored training initiatives. These findings underscore the critical role of continuous learning and development strategy in adopting to a evolving work landscape. As companies are navigating the complexity of remote and hybrid work model, investing in comprehensive training program emerges as a key driver for enhancing productivity, engagement, and overall organization success. Moving forward, prioritizing employees' development remains paramount for business aiming to thrive into a new normal. sectors. And thank you for your time and participation. I thank each and everyone. And yes, any questions, please?
Okay, are there any questions from the floor? Maybe? Okay, if there are no questions from the floor, I have a question. Thank you very much for a very detailed presentation. You were talking about a comparative analysis of SI-UK and Cognizant. And then you mentioned this training strategies. Are you able at that point of your study to say what are the differences in that training strategies between those two entities?
Yes, ma'am. That is a nice question. That's a very pinpointing the training strategy for the two companies. Uh, that is, as I listed out, the strategies, whatever they adopted, the models, the approaches, whatever they adopted, it is shared by both the companies. SIUK, maybe it is different sectors. It is only with the one is the recruiting or consulting, companies working with higher universities. They do have a impact of COVID, and Cognizant is completely into a IT sector. So both of them have shared a kind of same training program for the hybrid, which is based on the hybrid work model.
Mhm.
So this mainly emphasized on coordinating the team and working on two different settings, office settings, and also they uh, they just look for the employees' feedback. So feedback mechanism also they emphasize a lot.
Okay, thank you very much. So